Oh, gotta switch it around. Gotta switch it around. What's up? We are on episode 26 of Six Figure Live. My name is Ben Hartley, coming to you live from the Stone Story Creative Studio Suite with Six Figure Photography and Stone Story Creative. And happy Monday to everyone. Hopefully, you all were shooting this Saturday. If you didn't have a wedding, hopefully you were still making work. And it was awesome, and you're back at it. Kicking ass on a Monday morning, I guess at this point in afternoon. A couple cool things here. We have everyone from Stone Story Creative in the office today. And so let's go say hi to everyone. Actually, before we do that, Six Figure Live. Let me explain to you guys a little bit more about what Six Figure Live is all about. Six Figure Live is really a chance to bring you guys behind the scenes at Stone Story Creative, to show you what it's like to be a part of this studio, to run a successful photography business, to serve our clients well, to provide value, and give you guys any bit of insight along the way. It's so candid. It's so just a matter of fact in terms of what's going on. And so we do these daily, 1 o'clock Eastern time. I was a little late today because of a meeting. And so that's what we're up to. So let's go say hi to people. We'll cut to the intro, and we'll talk about some stuff because there's been a lot going on. So Steven shot a wedding this weekend over in Sandusky, Ohio. How was the wedding?
It was not in Sandusky, Ohio.
Oh.
It was in Galena, Ohio, which is about 40 minutes north of where we are. It was awesome. It was warm. The bride and groom.
Do you got a shot pulled up for us?
Yeah.
Dude, check out this. So Steven shot this. Dude, look how badass this is. It's so incredible. All right. We're gonna keep moving here. We have with us today Chaylin. Chaylin is my second shooter. She's been with us the last couple of years. Has been with us a couple of years. So Chaylin came in. She's not in normally, but she came in today just to review a wedding, talk about what things that we can improve on, because we can always be improving. I can always be improving. Every single one of our photographers, if we're not coming back from a wedding having learned something, then we're doing it wrong. So we're just reviewing some work today. Let's hop over. So Ben Adams shot a wedding. He's the one who shot it in Sandusky, Ohio. Let's turn the...
What's going on?
Ben also was on vacation the last week. Where were you?
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
You got something sweet to show us? I kind of put you on the spot here. Show us something sweet, man.
All right. What do we got here?
This is sweet, actually,
is
right
good.
there. That is so badass.
We had some fun at the reception here. Yeah.
Show us some more.
Yeah. Let's see.
Pull up something real hot.
Her bouquet was pretty here.
Bouquets.
Let's see here.
Wow.
Lots of pretty stuff in
Dude,
here.
that light.
Yeah.
Awesome. Killed it. And then, of course, we have Abby, a fantastic intern who's always cold. And Jared with Transistor.
Hello.
Hello, world. So, Jared, we have an entire video course that's going out to you guys that's dedicated to focused on getting clients, attracting clients, staying booked. How do we keep our calendar booked up? And Jared last week recorded his entire process on identifying your target client, how to reach them, exercises to take you guys through to really hone in and getting specific with who you're going to be serving. And so I'm so excited to make that live for you guys. Okay, we're going to throw over the intro video, and then I want to talk about some stuff that's on our mind after coming back from these last couple weddings. Intro video time. Yeah! I love the little janky intro video setup. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for watching. I also wanted to thank everyone who came out to Q&A Friday. Every single Friday, we do Q&A Friday where you guys ask whatever questions you want to ask, and we'll give you the best answer that we can possibly give. So thank you, everyone, for laying out your questions. We'll have another episode this Friday. So something that I wanted to talk a little bit about that we've just been discussing, what did we learn from this last wedding that just happened, these couple weddings that we just came back from? And both guys, both Ben and Steven, kept talking about the fact separately, actually. They kept discussing the fact that they had an idea in mind of how they wanted things to go. They had an idea in mind of what they wanted the wedding to look like, the shots, the ideas, their kind of like artistic vision behind it, all these kind of things going into it, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen, and there's kind of a couple choices that you have to make at that point. And I actually, I was just interviewed on CPC, Canada Photo Convention's podcast there. I'll drop a link down below. And they put a quote up for me. And I mentioned in that podcast to be the helmsman, not the captain. And this identifies exactly with that principle. And it can be so challenging. What I want to talk about is how so often we as photographers, we want this idea to be the case of like, look, I'm the artist and the client has hired me to go and make art, and they've hired me to do what I do. And so we oftentimes want to show up to a wedding and really just do it for ourselves, right? Maybe we're doing it for ourselves because we're artists and we want to create something, or maybe we're doing it because, we want to have our work featured on some blog or Junebugs or published somewhere or win a Fearless Award. And we think that our ideas are so much better because we're having this idea that we are the captain. Look, they've hired me. I'm the artist. I'm the one who has the vision. So how dare they step in and say, let me get a smile shot looking at the camera. And so the way this tends to look out is, even if you were to image search Google captain, you're going to see a captain. And the captain is always like, he's got the big flashy hat on and he's standing there with like his leg up like Captain Morgan, like on the side of the boat. But you guys, the captain very rarely has anything to do with like steering the ship. They just kind of have like this glamorous role, and we oftentimes want that. And I see this happen. I see this happen in my own heart when there's a family member who's like, hey, you know what you should do? You should do this one picture. And I'm thinking to myself, like, who are you? No, that's a really lame shot. I'm not going to do that. And you guys, this happened to me and it changed everything. The mom of a bride was like, you know what? I want to get this shot in front of this wall of just like us, like touching noses together. I saw it on Pinterest. And I was like, you saw it on Pinterest? Like, this is what's going through my mind. I'm like, that's like, I'm thinking I'm wasting my time. I could be making artwork. I could be doing something that's going to be really interesting and exciting. That is like, that's a shot that's going to be like so kitsch and lame. And at the same time, I was like, begrudgingly, I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And I do the shot. And immediately after, the bride and her mom have like this little moment where they start giggling and then laughing, and then the laughing turns into these tears of joy, and they're like hugging each other. And there's this moment that came to me that I was like, how dare I think I so great to ignore a moment that had meaning to this couple. And it's setting down the captain's hat and saying, no, I'm going to be the helmsman. If you look up helmsman is a person who, if you were to Google image search helmsman, they're usually like blood, sweat, and tears. They're like steering the ship. They're out there on the storms. They're the one who really makes stuff happen. And that's what I want our crew to look like. I want our crew to be the ones who, we're hustling, we're working our butts off out there, but we're also not thinking ourselves so great as to be willing to change what we're doing and to actually go ahead and put our clients' values ahead of our own, right? And so at Ben Adams' wedding, the couple was just like really fun and really goofy. And so we had to set down our hat that said we want to do all this really editorial, serious stuff and say, no, I'm going to be the helmsman. I'm going to step up and I'm going to provide value because that's what you guys care about. And it's something it's a challenge. It's a real challenge, especially the way that technically photography keeps getting pushed. We keep getting pushed in our lighting setups. We keep getting pushed in the things that we can pull off, these techniques and the awards that come along with it. But in the end of the day, if we're not providing value for our couples, right, if we're thinking ourselves better than that, then man, we're just doing something terribly, terribly wrong. And so I'm saying this have to remind myself, right? I'm saying this have to remind ourselves that every single time we go out there, we're going out there to serve our clients. And along the way, we're going to try to adjust and we're going to try to provide something that's exciting for ourselves as well. But man, we are a service industry. We're going to love our people. We're going to serve them well. and we're going to work our butts off in the process. And so I'm just super proud of these guys. I'm super proud of Ben Adams. I'm super proud of Stephen Lowe for getting that, for being willing to adjust on the fly and acknowledge that there's something greater to be captured, right? Apart from just what we want. So, and you know what? Along the way, portfolio shots happen. Along the way, magic happens because you've been willing to accept the fact that your wants are not better than somebody else's. And so, anyhow, as I'm saying this to you guys, what I'm not saying is go out there and accept whatever comes your way. No, work your butt off. Like, make the changes, hustle, adapt, pre-visualize, right? Get ready for the shots that are about to happen. So anyhow, cool. Well, there we go. That's my small little rant for today. We're going to post up some images over at Stonestory Creative. Head on over there to see some of these shots that I kind of like gave you guys a sneak peek of. Give it a like, give it a share. Tomorrow we will be back at you live with episode 27. So thanks for watching. Leave some comments in there. Let me know that you're listening and that you're watching. Chaylin the other day was like, oh yeah, I watch Six Figure Live all the time. And I was like, well then why the F don't you ever comment, Chaylin? How was I supposed to know? Yes, she said sorry. So let me know if you guys are watching. Please let me know. Like, it means the world to me. So, like, for real though, it actually does. Like, I am very much driven by the fact that other people care, by the fact that other people watch, that you're setting aside time to do this. It's very motivating. So anyhow, thanks everybody. We'll talk soon. Bye.